Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I want to do a Friday watercolor session again and have a playful and joyful sketching experience. Last week we have done these kind of doodles, and today I'm going to flip to this page and show you as things are. They have been printed. I used a lot of layers and a lot of different watercolor techniques and mixed media. And so it has gone through the paper and even printed onto this paper. So it might be a good idea to at least protect this page here, to use something in between if you're using paper that's not very thick. So this particular sketchbook is the Sea White of Brighton sketchbook, and it's only 140 GSM, so it can take some watercolor, but not much, and especially if you are challenging the paper by using other tools and supplies and kind of scribbling and scratching away, then chances are you will have the watercolor bleed through. I don't mind, I will use it as it is. And so now I will start with a nice orange color, and I have my botanical palette here in front of me, and I'm thinking of something like transparent red oxide and maybe some Aussie red gold as well. So let's start with Aussie red gold. I've been using these Chinese, I think they are Chinese calligraphy brushes, and these are not fantastic quality because the bristles kind of fall out. And I got them on Amazon ages ago as a little set of, I think, 5 brushes or so. But they are good fun, especially if you want to just do something more experimental. So I'm just going to create swatches. And I'm going to go now into transparent red oxide. Layer them a little. Okay, so as things are still kind of wet or semi-wet, I'm going to use a little bit of this indigo and just kind of drop it and see what happens. So because it's so dark, we're not going to see much unless we pull the color through. So there you go, we've got some of this blue and the yellow happening. And now I'm thinking, I really enjoyed that pencil last time, so I'm going to go in today. Oh, actually, let me get another pencil. So I pulled a few things together. I've got a cacao shimmer. Oh no! Oh my god! Look at that. Well, that was fun. I basically got stained hands now. But anyway, if you wonder why I'm whispering, I've got my dad napping next door, and so I'm trying to keep it quiet. It reminds me when I was shooting videos when Mason was little. It was in the other room, so that room is where Dad is napping, and the other room in the back is where Mason's bedroom is. Let's see, so I've done it a bit of a mix now. I don't know what happened there. It looked like the lid wasn't screwed on properly, and thank goodness it didn't go all over my desk. That really is a miracle. So I'm going to use a dip pen. This is a glass dip pen, and I love these things. I used to illustrate a lot with them. So I'm just going to doodle a little bit. So this one has a shimmer. Again, I'm actually don't mind pulling out some blue, mixing the colors together. It creates a great contrast. Maybe do it a little bit inside. You can see it lasts a long while. Okay, now it's running out. The neck of the bottle here is quite narrow, so I can't go through with this body of the pen. So I have a feeling it's going to bleed through now to the other side. So let me just see. Not yet, but pretty sure it can happen soon. So I'm just gonna use a bit of a tissue to dab off the excess paint and ink, just so we don't end up with a lot of mess. Like that. I'm going to change the variety of the, like a scallop shape. Might create little dots if I can. And then repeat the same shape elsewhere on the illustration, just to keep it coherent. It's nice weather today, so while Mason is in school, I'll take my mom to the garden shop. Okay, I will keep it at that. Also, always cleaning your glass dip pan, because the ink, you don't want it to dry, and then just quickly dry it off, and always put away immediately. So with the next step, I wanted to have a wet page, but that's not going to happen now. So I've got here Extra Soft Pit Oil Base by Faber-Castell. So I'm just holding it back quite far. I'm not too keen on the marks on this pencil. Caran Graph Wood. I don't quite remember what that does. Is it or is it not water soluble? But it's much softer, this one. And I like how it glides over paper. Let's see if we add a little bit of water. It's not really water soluble. So I'm going to go into a water soluble pencil now. Oh, there's this one, the China marker. Remember these? They're the blackest black of the black that you can get. The only thing is you can't do much detail work because they have this big, thick nib. I mean, maybe if you have like a knife, a palette knife, not a palette knife, but like an X-Acto knife, that you could shape it a bit more into a fine point. But generally it's supposed to give you a bigger mark here. I'm going to repeat it somewhere else just to connect. So this is Museum Aquarelle, and you can write on everything. So this one will move. So let's do these dashes and then go with watercolor over. Nice and black these are. So this is more interesting than that Faber-Castell pencil. Let's just do these dashes over here. And then we take some water and make it flow. Quite like this effect, really. You can see the bottom of here. Oh, this is an interesting one. So this is a non-photo blue pencil. I think if you do some outlining or tracing and you're scanning or copying, like photocopying, I think this blue is supposed to be undetectable. I haven't tried it that way, but it's a lovely blue. So I'm just going to doodle with that. I think there might be another delivery. I'm back. New books arrived from DK for review, so that's also exciting. Okay, so this is the Caran Sketcher pencil, and it's called Non-Photo Blue Pencil. Very interesting pencil. I just love the blue of it. I'm just layering over some of those sketches, kind of creating like stitch effect, you know, like embroidery stitching. Just going over a few of those, maybe some here. Very soft, the pencil. Texture wise, I would compare it to Derwent Drawing Pencil. And then I'll take it here somewhere. Kind of looking where there are gaps to fill in. So I think this is good, but we need, I feel like I want some sort of dots or something. This one would be great, the dark indigo, but it's not going to be sharp. Okay, let's see, what's this one? Dark indigo, here's the second one. Okay, so I'm thinking of circles or like ovals. This is looking lovely, but I think I just want to add some color into here as well. I might use this ink to do that with. I'm gonna use the other brush. There's a Derwent liner brush here that I have. I'm just gonna go in straight, dry brush into the bottle. That's my brush, and then I could try to do some doodling, because that's obviously a different look. And then go in with water. In fact, I could even make this run a little bit. I think that looks better now. Let's see if I can just add a bit of color into here. I'm going to make it run as well in a second. So this way it creates a hard edge, so you have a slightly different effect, but it still looks quite nice. I do want some acrylic markers, however. I want something quite opaque, so let me just find something. I have got here a variety of blues and turquoises, and this is the graphic line painter by Derwent in the colors 12, 10, 11 and 8. I think that these colors would pop nicely. I'm just going to add them. Okay, so they're a little bit translucent. They're not what I thought they would be. Let's see another one. So when they dry, they just go translucent. So I think I will just use this one here because I love the color, even though it's a little bit translucent. It looks lovely on white, so I'm going to add it in a few more places. All right, and then we have got Molotov One for All, and this one is Blue Violet Pastel in 209. I don't think I will use this blue, so I'll go for that one here. So I'm gonna just basically add some of these dots, and hopefully when they dry they will stay quite opaque. So the idea here is to overlap different colors and just make it travel like so. Find a background color where it pops very well and just add a little bit of it. Okay, so there you go. We have layers and textures and just a really fun play with colors that look good together. We kept it a minimal color palette and used different mediums, pencils, inks, watercolors, acrylic inks. I hope you enjoy this playful watercolor session, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.